Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very fortunate and glad to have association of our very dear Prasadeshwar Krishna Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from the Pancha Anga, the five limbs of devotional service. Prabhuji will be talking about the third limb, which is Bhagavata Shravana. Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhu.
Welcome all for Nityam Bhagavata. We'll start with the prayers. Before that, my sincere gratitude thanks to His Grace Sankarshan Prabhu, engaging us and continuously for at least more than 6 years, continuously running this Nityam Bhagavata. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nastapradeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktirshra Bhavati Bhakt Nastaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandha Madhavam Chaitanyameshwaram Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome all for Nityam Bhagavata once again. Now, before we start, can I ask a questions? How many of you are ready? Please unmute.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. So,
Yes, Prabhu.
all the problems in our life, if you say one reason, what is the reason?
Desire, Prabhu.
Huh?
Desire.
Okay.
Forgetfulness of Lord Krishna.
Forgetfulness of Krishna, yes.
Right.
Yes. Any other reason?
Forgetting that we are part and parcel of Krishna and servant of
Forgetting
Krishna.
that, yes, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Any other reason? All problems today, and especially the devotees or anybody for that matter, is because of one main reason.
We think that we are the supreme.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
the Lord.
We are the controller, we are the proprietor, we are the enjoyer, we think.
Yes. Okay. Now, if I say all these reasons because of not hearing Bhagavatam, how many of you agree?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Agree,
Prabhu.
All these problems because we are not hearing Bhagavatam, not heard Bhagavatam. Maybe
Yes,
not
heard Bhagavatam is the right one.
Not heard and not hearing now also.
Attentively, Prabhu, with attention and with full faith.
One of the life earlier also, if I heard Bhagavatam properly, I would not have been here.
Exactly.
Or even now, if I hear Bhagavatam properly, my consciousness would have been totally different. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So, the root cause of all the problems is not hearing Bhagavatam, not heard Bhagavatam. So, like one of the Panch Anga of Bhakti, Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtana, Bhagavat Shravana, Mathuravasa, Srimurtira, Shraddhaya Sevana. So this is what is mentioned that Bhagavat Shravana. Bhagavat Shravana is one of the most important anga. Of course, all angas equally important. Rupa Goswami explains all 64 angas out of 5 angas. Now, we in the today's world, we are going through different problems, and today we are in like Bhagavatam says that Prayen alpa isho sabhyo kalau igajanaha manda sumanda mata vibhagya manda bhagya upadrataha. We are disturbed. Various reasons. It can be the material reasons, sometimes spiritual reasons also. I mean, within the devotees also there is a disturbance. But all these problems can be solved if I hear Bhagavatam properly. There is a Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. This is how the meditation should happen. So I should meditate on Bhagavatam. There is a very, very, attentive hearing Bhagavatam. When that happens, all my problem can be solved. So this is why Acharya is saying that Bhagavata Shravana is so important. Otherwise, what happens? Every minute passes. Chanakya Pandita says that every second, if it's not used for right cause, means for Krishna service, is lost. You cannot get it back with $1 million. So many gold coins, I cannot buy that time. So that's Bhagavatam says, Ayur harati hi pumsaha buddhyan astham cha yan ashu tasyarte yakshano nitha uttama sloka vartaya. Ayur harati. Our ayu is reducing. Every sunrise to sunset, my one day is gone. I cannot get it back. Even 1 second, I cannot get it back. So, what should I do? That's why he says that Prabhupada translates that both rising and setting of sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except who's that? Uttama Sloka Varthaya, one who utilizes the time for discussing topics of the all good personality of Godhead. So, only when we do that, our time is utilized. So Krishna is considered as a most intelligent, most expert thief. Correct? He's Hari. He steals. But what happens in material world? The Kala goes. My Ayush is stolen by Kala. But when we engage in Krishna service, Krishna transforms that time in a different way. Like the person who is spending time without Krishna in the center, he is nearing to death. Not everybody is near to death. But the difference is that the person who is hearing Bhagavatam is nearing to Krishna. His destination, going back home, back to Godhead, becomes closer and closer. This is the advantage. Otherwise, all of us got 24 hours. Nobody got extra. It's only difference is that how do I utilize the time? How do I utilize the time for hearing Bhagavatam? In today, there are so many things, so many opportunity for us. I mean, all of us agree. I mean, sometimes we blame children, but sometimes I think what I'm doing, I'm also in the same mode. We are social media, gadgets. Sometimes in the kind of excuse of spirituality, I end up in using the same gadgets, and I start with one place and somewhere else. I spend so much time unwantedly, unnecessarily. So that same time, if I use it for Krishna service, whole transformation can happen. So Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 12th chapter, 2nd verse, the sages of Naimisharanya says that, O great sages, I have narrated to you the wonderful pastimes of Lord Vishnu as inquired about them from me. Hearing such narrations is suitable engagement for a person who is actually a human being. Yetat vaha kirtatam vipra. He says, hey Vipras, hey sages, This is actually required for only for human beings who are human beings, who have got this human body. Their only duty is to suitably engage hearing the glories of that Uttama Sloka, that Supreme Lord Personality Godhead. Otherwise, our life is sometime. I cannot say about you. I'm measuring myself. In the excuse of bhakti, I may end up doing so many other things also. I should be very, very careful. In one of the lectures, Grace Amarendra Prabhu, I think he gave this lecture in our temple only, when he came to our temple. He says that Chitragupta keep writing all the account of everybody. Every second he makes, he's called Chitragupta, right? Means he writes everything. But as soon as one hears Bhagavatam, he takes a truckload of those books about my sinful activities and activities. He starts tearing after and throwing it out, because there's no use now. Because once heard Bhagavatam, all my past is destroyed. Everything taken out. Chitragupta just throws out, tears and throws out those the videos and photos, books, because he's Chitragupta. He secretly takes a photo.
All the evidences are being destroyed.
Destroyed. Because we are hearing Bhagavatam. This is what Bhagavatam says that. This is what all great Acharya is saying that. See the difference. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says that Ananya Chintayanto ma ye jana paripasate tesham nitya yuktanam yogakshema vaha. He says that one who's Ananya Chinta, there is no other Chinta other than Krishna's service. For them, Yogakshema Vahamyaha. I will do that. I'll guarantee you that. And I do myself. I will protect what they have. I'll give what they don't have. That's Ananya Chinta. Other than anything else, Krishna's service or Krishna's Bhagavad Katha. This is what Krishna says. We know the pastime of Arjuna Acharya, who was doubting why Krishna says, I will do it myself. And that pastime, we all would have heard that Krishna and Balram personally comes and delivers groceries and vegetables, because he will said that I will do it myself. Similarly, you would have heard Gokarna Katha. How many of you know Gokarna Katha?
I don't know, Prabhu.
At least. So, Gokarna is in Karnataka, very close by. Atmadev was one of the great Pandit or great good Brahman, and his wife Dundubi. They had no children. So Atmadev, naturally, he was hankering for son, because without son, who will do my Shraddha ceremony? That's a natural understanding. So he was so kind of going through the pain that I don't have son. So one day he met a sage. He requested the sage, please give me some benediction to get a son. That sage said, see, your destiny doesn't have a son. So please don't hanker for that. Give it up. But Atmadev was so determined. Sometimes we should take whatever comes in our way. I should not desire for something. If I desire something and forcibly demand from the Lord, that may end up in more trouble. The similar pastime Chitraketu, so I don't get into that. But point I'm saying that this Atmadev was so much kind of desiring for a son. And that sage said, okay, here is fruit. Take this and give it to your wife. You'll get a nice son. Now, see the other side of it. His wife, Dundubi, she was little crooked and cunning-minded. When Atmadev gave this fruit, she thought, if I become pregnant, my beauty will go, my body will grow. So no, I don't want to. I want to be slim and trim. And, today's modern, sometimes women also say that, no, we don't want children. Sometimes they say don't want to marry also now. I mean,
Yes.
living together, all this there. Because no commitment, no headache, you know. So what she did that, she gave this fruit to a cow, and she made an understanding with her sister, because sister was at that time just carrying. So she told that now you deliver, give me the son, I'll give some money. And after a few months, because during those days, when the wife pregnant, they'll go to mother's house. Both sisters were their mother's house. Atmadev was in the other place. So after that, when sister delivered, she bought this son, gave it to Atmadev. Yes, I delivered. All lie. So meantime, what happened? This fruit given to cow delivered a human like a child. So this child who was delivered by sisters named Dundukari, and the child delivered by cow is Gokarna. So this so happened. Now Dundukari, because of his mother's bad habits, he becomes so bad. And so bad that he has started creating all this nonsense and all sinful activities. Finally, he engaged with the prostitution, looting, all those things. And finally, just to cut short the story, this same prostitutes, they killed him. Now, other side, Gokarna was born to a cow. He was grown up, a nice boy, very obedient to his father, Atmadev. And finally, when this Dundukari died, so this Preta, the ghost, was haunting. So this ghost was haunting there. So this Gokarna wanted to do something. He did all this, he went to Gaya, did Shraddha ceremony, but this ghost was not delivered. So then somebody suggested that you arrange Bhagavat Katha. Let Bhagavat Katha for 7 days happen. So in the bump, they put 7 notes, not. So Bhagavad Katha started. All the people in the village, everybody was called. Gokarna was sitting and Bhagavata Katha is happening. And each day passes, that knot gets unknotted, every day. And on the 7th day, the Dundukari, in the body of ghost, got a very, very effulgent body, and he went back home, back to Godhead. The aeroplane came from the Vaikunta and took him back. Everybody was observing. Now, Gokarna got a doubt. So many of us heard Bhagavatam, but it's only this Gundukari, on the body of ghost got delivered, went to Goloka. Why we are not? What happened to us? So then that sages that said, it is, yes, we all heard, but we were not attentive. We are not serious to hear, because Dundukari was in the body of ghost. He was suffering. So he wanted eagerly hear. But all of us were in human form, nice facilities, everything good. So we are sitting there physically, but mentally not there. So we are not heard it properly. That's why he didn't get the benefit. Yes, Bhagavata Katha will give benefit, but did not give 100% benefit. If you want 100% benefit, we should hear like a Dundukari, the ghost. Full attention, because this is my question of life and death. So for me also, if I hear Bhagavatam in that mood, yes, this is my last Bhagavad Katha. This is my last, pastime I'm going to hear. I'm going to leave this body. See how attentive I will be. That is a mood. If I hear, yes, the result is 100%. So the Gokarna Katha, Similarly, in Bhagavatam, there is a very nice pastime or sloka of coming where in 10th canto comes, where gopis are glorifying Krishna. Tava katamritam tapta jivanam kabibiriditam kalmapashaham Shravana mangalam srimadatadam bhuhi jarananti bhurida janaha. Srila Prabhupada in that translation writes, the nectar of your words and description of your activities are life and soul of those suffering in this material world. The gopis are saying this, Tava katamritam, Tava, your kata amritam, your katha, your glories, your is amrita. One who takes amrita, no death, right? This is a nectar. So, tava katamritam tapta jivanam, for those aggrieved in this material world. Now, all of us are like going through different difficult problems, difficulties in life. So he says, for that, this is the nectar. What is that? Your katha. And Kavibihi, by the great thinkers, described like Sukadeva Goswami, Vyasadeva, and now Srila Prabhupada and purport. They explained it so nicely. Prabhupada's mercy, Bhagavatam is translated into so many languages so that it's available to everybody. Today, it's Prabhupada's mercy, Prabhupada's disciples' mercy, and devotees like Sankarshan Prabhu's mercy. We are able to hear Bhagavatam today because Bhagavatam is given everybody. He says that which drives away the sinful reactions, Bhagavatam can, it says, Kavi Bibiri Ditam Kalma Pashaham. It's all kalmas. Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nasta Prayeshu. All this Abhadras gets Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It says, giving spiritual benefit, one who heard. It says, Shravana Mangalam. When we hear Shravana. Now, because, even scientists say that when the child is born, the first sense gets activated is ears. And the person is dying, the last sense gets deactivated is also ears. So the ear is the topmost. Otherwise, say, person dying, the devotee say we chant. Maybe he may not be able to open his eyes or speak, but ears are open. So he able to hear Bhagavat or Hare Krishna mantra or Lord's glories. So there is Shravana Mangalam. It can bring auspiciousness. It says that Srimad Athatham, Srimad Athatham says that good fortune upon whoever hears. Now, what is the fortune devotees wants? Devotees actually doesn't desire any other fortune. As many devotees initially said, what is the real cause? Many said, not to forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna. That is a fortune you want. Nothing else. Because like Kunti Maharani says, if I remember you, you will be there. Let the problem come. Let the more and more problem comes so that I can remember you. So this is the Shravana Mangalam Srimad. It says that Bhuhi Ghananti Bhuridha Janaha. He says that all over the world are filled with the spiritual power. Certainly those who spread this message of Godhead is most beneficent. Not just speaker, hearer, and everybody gets the most beneficent benefit. This is the benefit of hearing Bhagavatam. In this lecture, His Grace Amrendra Prabhu very jovially narrates how Srimati Radharani given this sloka and giving in a very negative meaning to Krishna. He says that Tava Katha Amritam. Here says Katha Amritam. Katha Mritam. Mritam is finished. Those who heard your katha is finished. Those who heard your glories are finished. Means Radharani is saying, don't hear his katha. If you hear his katha, you're finished. Like Rupa Goswami says, no, those who have material desire, don't go to Vrindavan. Even if you don't go to Vrindavan, don't go near bank of Yamuna. Even if you go there, don't see that Krishna, because you'll be finished. What will be finished? Of course, Rupa Goswami is saying, go. Your all material desires will be finished. But he's saying negative note. Here also, Srimati Radharani is saying that here the glories, those who hear the glories, they will be finished. Those who don't hear his glories. That's how Radharani is saying. And he says, Kavibir, because this is written by Kavis. Kavis are imaginary. We see many the Kavis, they all the imaginary. The Kavitas need not be the fact, right? So Srimati Radharani, these are written by the Kavis. They are all imaginary. They are not fact. So don't bother. And in Amarendra Prabhu says that Kavi's imagination will reach anywhere, which even Krishna cannot reach. So that's why she's saying, don't bother that. And that's why Srimati Radharani saying that don't hear, but what is that? And she says that Shravana Mangalam. She says, what Mangala? You came and you left us. What Mangala you can give us? You are cheater. You are liar. You said, I'll come back. You never came back. What Mangala you can give? These are the very negative way, but she is saying that, yes, that's good fortune. Similarly, the same verse helped King Prataprudra. In Chaitanya Leela, we see that how King Prataprudra was so eager to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu said, you are a Vishay, you are a king. You are with the family. You are dealing with the money, power. I don't want to associate with you. I cannot even give you darshan. All the associates, they pleaded with the Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar and others. Because Prataprudra was not an ordinary person. Even though king, he was a great devotee. So, and of course, the story goes, after the request, they gave us association with the son, and son got his Mahaprabhu some dress and Alingan. And then, during Ratha Yatra, all these devotees made a plan that, yes, today is a good opportunity. Mahaprabhu, after dancing, he will go and rest in the Udhyana, and the garden. You remove your kingly dress and go and massage Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and chant this Tava Katamrutam Tapta Jivanam. So King Prataprudra did exactly as suggested by the sages. Other devotees. So Mahaprabhu was actually in a deep unconscious state. King Prataprudra was massaging his lotus feet. When King Prataprudra started chanting this mantra, this sloka, of course he chants Aho Bakiyam also. So Mahaprabhu woke up and started doing embracing to King Prataprudra, whom he rejected, who never wanted to see him. Now he embraces. And he says that, who is this? Give me this, remembering Krishna. Who is this? Who are you? He is so pleased with him. So the point that hearing Bhagavat Katha, how benefited King Prataprudra just by chanting this mantra, Mahaprabhu's mercy also got. So like that, so many pastimes are there. Whereas in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela says, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kahu Naya Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Karaye Udhaya. Pure love of Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of the living entities. It is not something gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing the chanting, this love of naturally awakens. the love of Krishna naturally awakens when just by hearing. Hearing means, it says that uh, it should be like we have to pour this katha into our ears. We have to drink the katha, the nectar, with the full, attention. That is a nice pastime of Rukmini's love letter, right? All of us know that. Rukmini Devi never saw Krishna, but she heard the glories of Krishna when she was a child. And she completely gave up her love and heart for Krishna. He says, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, the heart will be given up, the soul, to Krishna just by hearing glories. Of course, we know the pastime of Rukmini, how she requested Krishna to kidnap her and all those things. The first ever love letter written by a devotee. So, because hearing the glories, that's why when we visit any temple also, we say that, no, we should sit for some time. But sitting is not by just sake of sitting. Sit and hear the glories of that deity or Sthala Purana or some pastime, because hearing is so important. That's why Prabhupada says that we go to Vrindavan, you cannot see Krishna with your eyes. You see the Krishna through ears. The same pastime happens in Srila Prabhupada's life also. When Srila Prabhupada was a Grahastha, when he went to Vrindavan, his Gurudev, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, was giving Bhagavad Katha. The other brahmachari sannyasis went darshan of the different temples. When they all came back, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked, "Did you finish your eye massage?" They were confused. What did Gurudev is asking? Then His Divine Grace said, "Do you think you can see Krishna through your eyes? When your Guru sitting and speaking Bhagavatam, you went around darshan. You cannot see Krishna through eyes. You have to see through the ears. That too, and a pure devotee." So that's the time Abhay, so Srila Prabhupada, was sitting and hearing. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur noticed that. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur later says that, he says when Abhay is named, you want to hear, he is the best listener. And whatever he writes, publish. Because normally in the corporate world, we say, no, gigo, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever I hear, it comes out. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur say that, because Abhay want to hear, whatever writes, you publish it. Similarly, whatever I hear, only will come out. Because, nice example given, from the mango, we can get mango juice. I cannot get lime juice. Similarly, if I hear Bhagavatam properly, only I can speak Bhagavatam. That's Shravana, Kirtana. When Shravana should happen, then Smarana. So yesterday we heard very nicely about other angas, day for yesterday. So the hearing is given so important. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Yethad sadhana bhakti duhita prakara eka vaidhi bhakti raghanuga bhakti ara. There are two processes of practical devotion services. One is regulatory devotion services and other is spontaneous devotion service. When we hear attentively, we naturally come to Raganuga Bhakti. But that is not our aspiration. We are sadhana, we are sadhakas. Prabhupada given us sadhana. That's why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day hear Bhagavatam. That's a sadhana. We are sadhakas. Sadhakas, sadhana is our daily hearing and japa. And that will bring sadhya. Sadhya is Krishna Prema. So that will happen. In that lecture, Amarendra Prabhu talks about 7 benefits of hearing Bhagavata. He is quoting from 12th canto, 12th chapter, 55th verse. Avismritam Krishna Padhar Vindhyo Krishnoti Abhadrani cha Amsha Tanoti Sattavasya Shuddham Paramatma Bhaktim Jnanam cha Vijnanam Vairagya Yuktam. Remembrance of Krishna's lotus feet first destroys everything inauspicious. Shravana Mangalam. Mangalam is auspiciousness. Just by hearing Bhagavad Katha, destroys all the inauspiciousness. Daily, our sadhana is to chant 16 rounds and hear Bhagavatam. That is, all the inauspicious can be removed. That brings all auspicious in our life. Awards the greatest good fortune. We don't have to run behind wealth. We don't have to run behind name, fame. Everything will come. Which right time, right purpose. We don't aspire for it. This is the most dangerous point for devotees also. If I aspire for power, if I aspire, Krishna will give that. But that may come with some conditions. I should be very, very careful. That's why my aspiration that I should only aspire for service to Krishna, only aspire to eternally serve Krishna. That is the mood. Other than that, all other fortunes can be most distressful. Even sometimes power also, it comes with the trouble. Chitraketu's pastimes, or even Kunti Maharani says that Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shivihi. These four things, those who get are unfortunate because they cannot chant the holy name in feelingly. Akinchana Gocharaha is Kunti Maharani says only the Akinchana Gochara. Prabhupada translates who's materially impoverished. They can only chant the holy name in the feelingly. I mean, everybody chants holy name, but there is a difference between chanting feelingly or hearing feelingly, like that Dundukari and all of us, or chanting the holy name with the feeling or with that great attention comes when we are materially impoverished. Doesn't mean that we should get. There are exceptions. Pundarika Vidyanadis, Chaitanya Lila comes. There are so many other examples. They are great of material opulent, but for a person like me, it may not be possible. For that, I should always aspire that I should hear the glories of Krishna without any impurities in my heart, without any other desire. Anya bilashita shunya jnana karmadi anavritam anukulena anushilana bhaktiruttamam. Rupa Goswami says that. There is no other abhilasha. That's only one abhilasha. It should be anukula and anushilana of Krishna. That is bhakti. And then he says the third point, he says it purifies the heart. Cheto darpana marjanam. Because my heart is full of contaminations. For not this life, millions of life, I accumulated so much impurities in my heart. But just by hearing, everything is burnt off. Like, earlier saying, Chitragupta is tearing it off, all my past records. Similarly, my heart impurities gets cleansed. Cheto darpana majana. All the impurities goes and purifies heart. That heart which is purified can only give a right praise to Krishna. And next, fourth, bestows the devotion of the Supreme Soul. We are all aspiring for bhakti. We are all aspiring for Krishna prema. The secret is hearing Krishna Katha. Attentive hearing, of course, attentive hearing, chanting, and Krishna Katha. And then he says it gives a knowledge enriched with we are all reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This knowledge is not for my speaking. The knowledge is not for showing my intelligence or showing my talent. Knowledge is to understand how do I serve Krishna. Sarvasya chaham vidhi sanyavisto matha smritir jnanam apohana vedeshu sarver ahmev vedya. He is Vedanta. He is ultimate of Veda. He is ultimate of the knowledge. Understand that he is the supreme. I am his servant. That is the knowledge. And that knowledge comes from the realization. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Otherwise, by my mind, I cannot get this knowledge. Srila Prabhupada's time also. When Srila Prabhupada went to America, many of these American disciples, they did not understand Srila Prabhupada's, because of the accent and because for them it's totally new, but they understood it. because Prabhupada's purity, that Divya Gyan, Hriday Prakashito, immediately he gave this Krishna Prema so quickly because he's pure devotee. So Bhagavad Katha is not controlled by language. We heard His Grace Jananivas Prabhu and his brother. Even the classes happens Bengali, Hindi, they will come and sit. Even though, those days, they were not even knowing the language. But hear Bhagavad Katha because it's beyond the language. All the Prabhupada disciples, they heard from Srila Prabhupada. They become one of the great devotees of the Lord. That knowledge came. And next, Vijnana is Jnana, Vijnana realization. Jnana is important, but Vijnana is more important. Vijnana is realization. Divya Gyan that comes, I should practice it. I should, in Achar Prachar, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about myself. I should practice that. Then only that knowledge is of use. Otherwise, it will be like, it says in the head of cobra, there's money. It has no use. That kind of knowledge is not required for me. That I should realize it. I should practice it. That's why Achar Prachar finally says, Vairag Yuktam, renunciation. Understand the renunciation that Supreme Lord will take care of me, everything. I need not worry for anything material. I need to understand that Krishna is my savior. Krishna will definitely will protect me. Avashya Rakshabe Krishna. That is the mood. If I have that, there is nothing else can help. Nothing else can, destroy me. If Krishna want to protect me, who can kill me? If Krishna want to kill me, who can protect me? So that's hearing Krishna Katha. Hearing Bhagavatam can bring all these benefits, can solve all our problems. All problems. There is no, there is no exceptions. Material, spiritual, every problem. Like Gaura Gopal Prabhu says, no? If there is a problem, why do worry? Because if you cannot solve it, why do worry? If you can solve, why do worry? So all the problems, we know the solution. Solution is Bhagavad Katha. Hear Bhagavatam, then why do I worry? Simply hear Bhagavatam. Prabhupada in Bhagavatam says that's first canto, first chapter, so the 10th verse says that Bhurini Bhuri Karini Shrottavyani Vaibhagasya Atha Sadhu Atta Yato Sharam. He says that, O learned one, there be any scriptures, duties, please extract essence for good of all living beings so that may be fully satisfied. He says, for everybody, he says, Yenatma Suprasidati. This Bhagavatam is Suprasidati for the good of everybody. Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma. He says that Yenatma Suprasidati. This is bring auspicious to everybody, every jiva, even human or non-human, everybody, even the ghost. Vidandukari pastimes we heard. Srila Prabhupada's Leela also, there was, I think, I don't remember where is it. Prabhupada was in the evening when staying in one of the house. There was a ghost hunting in that house. Prabhupada was continually chanting. And next day Prabhupada said there's ghost delivered. So even in that form, people get benefit. So just to conclude today, that hearing Bhagavatam, or I have not heard Bhagavatam maybe in many of the lives before, or in this life past, or not now hearing properly, that is the cause for all my problems. So what is the solution? Solution, hear Bhagavatam attentively focused, so that this is the last of my katha. This is the last chance for me to get it out of this material world. In that mood here, that can solve. It can bring all auspiciousness. It can bring all the knowledge. It can bring all the renunciation. And it can purify my heart. So with this, I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Dhanavatam. Mancha kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bivacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me. Please, if any corrections, please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much for wonderful class and beautifully explaining what is the root cause of all our problem. It's always very, very important to understand the root cause. At least when we understand the root cause, we can see how we can address and provide, permanent solution. So the root cause itself is giving a solution. Thank you, Prabhu. It was actually very nice class. You made it interactive. I would request the devotee to their comments or reflections or questions.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna
what
Prabhu,
gift.
Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the
Yes.
wonderful class, Prabhu. Thanks to you for explaining the importance of hearing Bhagavatam. And thanks and all glories to Sankarshan Priya Prabhu, who has made us sit and hear every day, day after day, from the past 3-4 years, Prabhu. My
More than
heartfelt
that.
thanks
He
to
started
all of
as
you, Prabhu.
2019, he started, I believe, So it's about more than,
19? Oh,
yeah. Thank you so much, Sankarshan Prabhu.
okay.
Yes, Prajit, go ahead. Yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes, Prabhu. So thanks to all of you, senior Vaishnavas who come and give us so much knowledge, Prabhu. My heartfelt Dandavat Pranams to all of you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Dundubi's class, so many times I've heard, but it has not registered in my head. Today, you went it so smoothly. I think I should remember and try to give this real happening to others, Prabhu, so that I'll remember. And as Mataji said, we are very, very, very thankful, Prabhu, for all the whole team with Sankarshana Priyadas heading it. And every day we are getting nectar, Prabhu. And we can feel little bit we are understanding, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams.
Mhm. So one of the sannyasi says that today we are hearing, right? He gives very jokingly says, Shravana, Kopyana, Pestana. So
Shravana, Kapina, Pastana.
when we hear something, we'll send it to somebody else. It's never meditate on that. WhatsApp message comes, we don't even read, just forward.
Copy paste.
Copy paste.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very
Hare
much for explaining the Dundukar, the pastimes, as well as Sri the Prabhupada's pastime of Vrindavan, as well as in staying in the house. Hare Super Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have one question, Prabhuji. So the importance of hearing. Sorry, I'm traveling, so it may be a little noisy.
No problem.
You explained about the importance of hearing, which is very, very true. Attentive hearing is very, very important. So I need, I have two questions. One is, Prabhu, how, the level of hearing of Parikshit Maharaj or Dudkari is the ideal hearing. And I'm not there anywhere close to that, Prabhuji. So, how we can, what we can do on a daily basis so that we can gradually improve our hearing, Prabhuji. That is one question. Another question is how we can make this Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya more effective, so that the devotees are also, participate and hear attentively. We want to seek your practical inputs.
Yeah, my little understanding, we have senior devotees like S. Sri Balaji Prabhu and Shokatna Prabhu, all for yourself, the seniors are there. So my little understanding that, yes, Prabhupada also said, if you're, chanting, he says that if you're not attentive, chant more. So first point is that how to make it more hearing, how to hear more. And hear more different pastimes, understand how serious is that. Because our forgetfulness is so good, right? So I will forget. That's why I need a repeated reminder saying that this could be your last, that reminder I should get, repeatedly get it, the possibility that I may, take it a little more seriously. So, I mean, the best and foremost is that hear more classes of Prabhupada and Prabhupada disciples, and start meditating on that. That will help, hearing more and more attentive. And making Nityam Bhagavatam effective can be, just my little thought. Maybe after every lecture, we can share questions. And at the end, we can release the question. Devotees can, on the spot, can answer. So that, because the question is coming, I'll be attentive. I'll make notes so that I need to answer the question. So that's one possibility, that I'll be a little more attentive. That's one way of doing it. Or, there are different ways to, people, interact. People, there is other Bhagavata Sevaya, they engage each one of them, saying that everybody should ask some questions based on the class given. That is another way of, because if I have to ask questions, I should pay attention. So both way, either request them to ask questions or somebody else asks questions, somebody replies. So that way we can more interactive and more attentive. That's the one, my thought. Even Prasanatma Balaram Prabhu is there, others are there, they can also share. Hare Krishna, Sankarshan Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prasadeshwar Prabhu. We will try to implement the second point. And respect to personal learning, yeah, Prabhu, thank you for that input on how we can improve the quality of hearing. You compared that with the quality of chanting. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My one realization, Prabhu, when you start preaching, Prabhu, you will start listening properly, Prabhu.
True.
Because you want to tell, so you will listen properly. That's my personal realization. Hare Krishna,
Hare,
thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm very insignificant soul. I just want to tell, after every chapter, if we have a quiz, Prabhu, we will read and we'll answer, Prabhu. I feel that will also help us to be very attentive and re-revise to understand. And if we have doubts, we can clear it from the senior Vaishnava. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
See, all this Sankarshan Prabhu alone cannot do it. All of us should pitch in. Maybe each one of us can take one small service. Okay, if one says that, okay, each class I'll make a question and send it to the chat immediately. And somebody else takes some services. So that if everybody participates, it becomes, because Prabhu also working, is traveling, and all of us in a different seva, right? So each one can take small services. Then it becomes really wonderful. Devotees can volunteer what they can do, so that everybody can participate. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments from the devotees? I want to thank all the devotees for consistently and regularly participating in this Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya for past 6 years. And because of all of your participation, the team, it's not me though, Prabhuji is telling me, but we have a team behind me. And because of all of your regular participation, we are getting a lot of encouragement and motivation to host this class regularly. So on behalf of the entire Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya team, I request all of your prayers and blessings so that we can continue to serve you and also we can advance in our spiritual life. There are no questions.
Point, maybe, sorry, Prabhu. Each one of us can invite at least one person per day. Please attend Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata. In the temple, we have so many devotees. Send this link and request them to attend, so that the number of devotees participating increases.
Yes,
Everybody
Prabhu.
can take the benefit.
Yes, we'll try to share, Prabhu, immediately.
Yeah. Sorry, Sankarshan Prabhu. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Prabhuji. If there are no questions, Prabhuji, we can end today's session with the Vines Vaishnava Pranam. Chakalpataru, Sekarpas, Dobe, Siddhanam Pavane, Vaishnava Devyo, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Jagat Guru Sila Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vranda Ki Jai, Taigaur Premanand Hari
Hari Hari.
So, I
Danutmam
think
to
all
all
the
Prabhu.
devotees would
Hare
have seen
Krishna.
the announcement. Today evening we have the celebration of Gaur Purnima in our temple from 4:30 p.m. onwards.
Yes, Prabhu, you have seen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you were trying to say something. Kabir Das Prabhu, you were saying something.
Tomorrow we'll get connected, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavad
Hare Krishna,
Pranam, Hare
devotee.
Krishna.
We'll end the Zoom session. Dandavad Pranam. Thank you very much.